Kia ora. Well, a chilly start today across the South Island and across those central parts of the North Island as well. But the coldest temperatures are down south. We saw temperatures down as low as -7 degrees in Tekapo. A cold night coming up tonight, but not quite as cold as those early morning temperatures we saw this morning. For many of us, it will be a dry night and it will stay pretty clear, particularly through parts of, say, Canterbury. But you can see with this a band of wet weather out over the Tasman Sea, as that runs closer towards us through the afternoon, we'll find that wet weather slowly creeping in towards parts of Southland and Fiordland. And I think we are going to find more cloud feeds across the North Island as well. So in terms of our temperatures tonight, still on the chilly side, and temperatures are back down quite widely below freezing through parts of Canterbury. But compared to those -5s we saw in Christchurch, still cold, but not as cold as we start Thursday morning. If you're off to field days up in Hamilton, 2 degrees Celsius, so a chilly start, but generally looking like a pretty decent day for you as well. As we go into Thursday, you can see this rain is moving closer towards us. For the North Island, it stays away from many of us as we head through the daytime, the cloud thickening up. For the South Island, that rain creeping across the country with some heavy falls in places like Westland, particularly up and towards the ranges through there, and also through towards places like the far western side of the Tasman district. And as we head through the night time, Thursday into Friday, we'll find that wet weather transfers towards the North Island as well, with some heavy rainfall watches in places as we go through the next day or so. So for those areas down south, starting from fairly early on Thursday through the ranges of Western, that rain increasing as we head through the daytime. And then as we head up towards the North Island, most of those watches are for the latter part of the afternoon on Thursday, right the way through in towards Friday. Some heavy falls not out of the question as we head through the night time across those northern areas. Head along to the Met Service website for the latest on those watches. For the North Island, no, for many of us it starts off dry. It's rather cloudy, I think, as we start there. That cloud breaking up to give us some brightness as we head through the daytime. See some clearer skies coming back there. But we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that rainfall out towards the west. As we head through the morning and into the afternoon, we'll find that rainfall feeds on towards parts of Northland with some heavy falls through there, perhaps even the odd rumble of thunder. And as we head through the night time, that continues to push further down towards places like Auckland, the Coromandel, and in towards parts of Taranaki as well. That cloud thickening up, some rainfall about the top of the Monga, and we are going to find a bit of a cloudy and wet end today through there. While on the eastern side, things generally stay dry and clear. Now, in terms of our temperatures, we're looking at highs around about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius up across those northern parts, up towards places like Auckland, and 12 or so down towards Wellington. The main difference will be as we head through the night time and into Friday morning, it's not nearly as cold. So Friday starts off warmer, but wetter and windier. For the South Island, the best of the clear sky is up through the northern parts of the country to start the day, in towards places like Marlborough and down through Canterbury. There's more cloud throughout the daytime on that western coast. The brightness around, like I say, Hokitika first thing, but it turns cloudier through the day. The rain spreads in, and we will find some heavier falls about the tops of the ranges. But you can see some of that rain makes its way across in towards parts of Southland and Otago, and by the afternoon, patchy rain makes its way into Canterbury as well. So we'll be going into a wetter story as we head through the daytime on Thursday. The heaviest rainfall up about the ranges and also these western parts of the Tasman district. So although it's a cooler start, I think we are still going to find temperatures rise to around about 11 degrees Celsius in Christchurch, temperatures around about 9 or 10 across those southern parts of the country, but the warmest spots on the North Island up to Marlborough. 13 degrees Celsius in Blenheim, and not nearly as cold overnight thanks to all that cloud. I think we are going to find most of our temperatures staying just this side of freezing for the very first part of Friday morning. As we head into Friday, though, we are going to find that wet weather continues to move eastwards across the country. Heavy rainfall not out of the question for places like Nelson and Marlborough. Could be some severe weather warnings through there. Also, that rain feeds in towards the Bear Plenty, the Coromandel, before it takes its time just to clear through. So it is, I think, going to be a wet-looking story for many parts of the North Island on Friday, and I think for the top of the South Island as well. As we head in towards the weekend, this low pressure looks to be driving the rain a little bit further away down towards the south, which is a bit of a blessing for those areas down towards places like Dunedin and Otago. Still some rain for you, but not as heavy as it was looking earlier in the week. And I think the worst of the rainfall staying offshore. Wrapping around this area of low pressure though, still some showers on towards those western facing coasts, but with some clearer skies between them. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.